G'day, Andrew Parsons here from Microsoft. This is day 3. I've been in San Francisco for GDC, and every day has been a bit of an adventure. Today, I wanted to talk about two things. One, a little bit more about our booth and some of the thoughts we had in designing it in terms of making sure it was accessible. And the other one, just a little bit more information about why we're doing what we're doing. I think I'm going to start with that first. I've been to conferences before where I wanted to talk to someone at a big company. I know that feeling. Like, how do you know you're going to find the right person? How do you know that if you go up to someone and ask them a particular question, they're going to know the answer, or they're going to even know what to say in a way that's helpful, even if they do know the answer. And so that's a big problem when you're talking to a big company, right? And a company like Microsoft, where we just really do have so many things that help a game developer in all the different phases of the developer journey, it's really hard to know where to start. And so we've done a lot of things to try and help with that. And the first thing we started was with the people. We're trying to make it super easy for you to find the right person for the question you ask. And so firstly, we have 350 or so Microsoft employees here on site at GDC to be able to answer some of those questions. And what's great is not only do we have those hundreds here, we also have, another bunch back at the Microsoft campus in Redmond, back in Washington. And they are on tap. They are on call, waiting for questions in the event that someone at the booth, someone at GDC right here in person cannot answer the question. And we've done all this through this thing called the Techspert Zone or Techspert Lounge, where it doesn't matter where you start. You can come to our reception desk. You can sit in the theater and and listen to one of our talks. You can be talking to someone at one of our booth stations about a particular problem. As soon as you get to a point where there's a question that can't be sort of fielded by that person, they will walk you to the appropriate next step. Maybe it's someone else at a different booth and with a different demo to be able to walk through something that helps you with that problem. But it might be that it's one of our experts, one of our technical experts who is literally here specifically to help you with those questions. You'll go into our Techspert Zone, which is open for everyone. It's looking really funky right now, and I just want to make sure you're all aware that you can totally go in there and ask your questions and have those answered. If the person is sitting with you and they can't answer the question, they'll either find someone else in the Techspert Zone to help out, or they'll jump on Teams. We're using Microsoft Teams for our entire experience and actually message back to Redmond and see if someone there can actually help you out. And if they can, we can even get them on a video call if we need to, or we can just do it on IM. But we're trying our very best to match you to the person who can answer the question you're asking. And everyone in the booth is all trained in a way and ready to be able to connect those dots. So it's not, hopefully you're not going to come to someone and say, hey, I have this question, and they're going to say, I don't know the answer. They're going to help you find the right person. If they don't, please come to me and help me understand where we're lacking. We want to get better. I know that we're trying really hard this year to help game developers achieve more, but I know we can always do better, and we're only going to get better if we know how we can get better. So I really want you to find me. I'll be mostly on the show floor. I may be up in the lobby lounge where we actually gave away over 700 copies of our card game today that we designed for you guys to take. So please, if you haven't got a copy, come by tomorrow or the rest of the week and grab that copy to take home with you and play. We've had people playing for hours at the lobby lounge. So I will either be there or at the booth. So please come and say hi. Please let me know how we can be even better supporting of you and serving of you. That's really why we're doing all of this. So I totally know that feeling of when you go there and you ask a big company a question and you don't really know if you're even talking to someone who can help you out. We're trying to fix that here at Microsoft with the GDC booth. The other part where we're trying to help is and trying to learn from our mistakes or the opportunities to grow is making sure our booth is accessible. And I did sort of mention this in a previous video, but I want to sort of focus in on this a little bit more. So we've made every effort that we can this year to make our booth extremely accessible. And it even goes right down to the carpet. You know, a lot of booths have that padded carpet to ensure that people who are standing around all day don't get sore feet, and that's great. And we're certainly wanting to do that for our staff as well. But we also recognize that that can be a challenge sometimes for someone in a wheelchair. It gets bogged down in a thicker carpet, a thicker padding. And so we've actually implemented an ADA compatible padding with our carpet. So it means that people can still stand comfortably, but it also means people in wheelchairs can navigate themselves around comfortably as well. I've now had a chance to see the booth for real. I didn't have that on Sunday. And I thought it was really exciting to see just how much space we've provided for people to be able to navigate around the booth. We've also made sure that every part of the booth has an area that allows anyone to be able to get access to it. One of the areas we're really excited about and that I saw today and thought, wow, I can't believe we haven't done this before, is we've made custom built pods for our ID at Xbox games that we're showing off this year. We've got a dozen of them there, and each one has an ADA compliant pod that has a part of the table sort of slides out as well. It's at a appropriate height and has enough space underneath for someone to wheel right up underneath and be able to get access straight to the controllers. We have keyboard and mouse for those who need it, for those games that are compatible with it. And we even have some Xbox adaptive controllers for people who may need that as well. Everything is designed so it's easily visible, easily viewable, and easily accessible in that area of the booth as well. So I couldn't be happier with what we've done, but I do know, as with other things, we probably could do better. And we're only going to do better if you let us know. So please let us know. Please let me know, so we can factor that in for next year, or maybe even later in this week if we can make that happen. So that's all I've got for tonight. As I'm just thinking through things, I really appreciate your time. Hope you're enjoying GDC, and hope to see you on the floor. Bye.